Well, I have the privilege of introducing probably After School's biggest and best cheerleader, Meredith Scott Lynn. Meredith is also an award-winning storyteller, the founder of WRiTE BRAiN books, but she's also a film and television actress who knows what it takes to rise to a challenge. You might recognize her from Days of Our Lives, where she plays Ann Milbauer, or perhaps you saw her in the Legally Blonde movie, or countless other television shows like Weeds, NCIS Los Angeles, Desperate Housewives, or my favorite, Law & Order. So Meredith, get on out here and let's pump up the volume.
What's up, after schoolers? After school is in the house, say ho. I had to do it. I asked Heidi, I said, can I say ho at an after school conference? She said, how are you gonna say it? And that's how I was gonna say it. How's everybody doing? I'm really honored to be here. I wanna thank Gina and Heidi for inviting me. I do not take this lightly. This is an incredible honor. You know, I'm an actress primarily for the last, whatever years. So I just had a birthday last Wednesday. I turned 47. Girl, you don't look 47. Thanks, man. I heard. Anyway, when I founded my company, WRiTE BRAiN Books, I knew I was going to create something that was going to be a part of education and inspiring kids to do things and engage in things that are not easy for them and which they don't feel confident doing and connected to a fair amount of the time, right? Literacy, mostly. I was completely unaware of after school, of the power of after school education. My good friend of 17 years, Julia Gabor, stand up with your cool little WRiTE BRAiN outfit. What? She introduced me to after school and I fell so madly in love. That's why I wore red today. Because red is passion, red is love. I am so passionate about after school. I scream, dance, sing, cry all day for all that you do. I'm so in love with what you do. I'm so in love with the students you serve. We travel as a company all over the country. We're in 41 states now. We have partners everywhere in 41 states. More partners in Texas than any state in the country. Texas! And I'm so moved by what you do, and I think it is entirely unacceptable, Gina already spoke to it, that after-school funding is always at risk of being cut. Whether it's now with a new president or back then with old presidents, they're all trying to cut it all the time. She said it, and I don't get it. I don't understand it because you know the power of what you do every day. Can you imagine one day with no after-school education? Like, just imagine what happens. I can't see it. And we can't let it happen. Is that fair to say? We can't let it happen, right? So I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, and I'm hoping you'll just shout back the answers because what's more important than you having something to say on this issue, right? Are you with me? Give the baby the mic. That's the cutest baby. Is after-school education vital in the lives of millions of young people every day? Nice. Doesn't that mean that you are vital in the lives of young people every day? Yes. Does after school provide a critical learning experience for kids of all ages? Yes. Doesn't that mean that you are critically important to its success? Yes. Yes. Do you deserve acknowledgement for your unique contributions to your program and your community? Yes. I didn't hear it. Yes. Are you working so hard all the time that sometimes you forget to acknowledge yourself? Louder, come on. Let me ask you this question, because this was a huge issue for me as a young person. Do all students learn in the exact same ways? No. No, they do not. Does every student deserve the chance to reach his or her potential? Yes. Will every student reach his or her potential if success is only measured by test scores? No. No. Is it possible to be a brilliant person and a bad test taker all at the same time? Yes. Yes. Who's a brilliant person and a bad test taker? If you're a brilliant person and a bad test taker, say ho. That's it. Isn't every student More than a score? Say it. More than a score. They're more than a score. Do you know that in-school educators are often bound by curricula their kids are just not inspired by? Do you know that as after-school educators, you are free to inspire students to express themselves in ways that are meaningful to them? Who screamed that? That's a, oh, you look at you, that's me. That was me. Is self-esteem something that your students struggle with? Does self-expression boost self-esteem? Do you provide a safe space for the young people you serve to have their voices heard? Can you help them discover their voices? Do their voices matter? Well, then doesn't your voice matter? Word! Did someone just say word? Oh my God. I love that so much. Does the National After School Association help strengthen your voice and give you the support you need? Doesn't the After School Alliance organization fight and lobby every day to save after school? Will you be a voice in the fight to save after school? Can you go to the website for the afterschoolalliance.org tonight and maybe send the letter they've already written for all of us so that we don't have to do it? We can just press a button to our congressman or woman? If you can't do it tonight, will you do it tomorrow? And if you don't do it tomorrow, will you do it Tuesday? Look me in the eyes. Will you do it? And if you can't, will you get your husband or wife to do it for you and with you? Are we going to save after school for these kids? Let's talk literacy. Do you know that writing scores are the lowest in the country nationwide, lower than math? Guys, that's so scary. How are these kids going to get jobs? How are they going to apply for a job? Who's reading their subject line? How are they going to get an interview if their email is not cohesive, if their story about themselves doesn't have a beginning, middle, and an end, right? That's why NAA, there's this new push for literacy, and they're offering a literacy credential that Gina talked about. Hold on. There's a new focus on literacy, and it's happening after school. And the main focus has always been, as you know, reading, which is vital. But it's passive. It's not as active as kids need. They're on devices 24/7. They want information coming at them fast and all the time. Writing is more active. That's why I wanted to develop a writing program, right? Do you know that if you know how to read, you don't necessarily know how to write? But if you know how to write, you know how to read. So I encourage, right? Oh, yes! I'm just saying, if there'd be nothing to read if nothing had been written. Oh my God, I just made that up. We hear all the time, how many of you are deeply involved in awesome STEM education? Woo! We hear all year long, and we love STEM. Biology was my favorite subject as a kid, but I wouldn't cut open the frog. I just want to say that. STEM, vital, right? We hear all the time, you know, Meredith, or Julia, or hey, they come to our booth and they say, you know, we participate in all these STEM activities all year, and then we ask them to write a little summary of the experience or the project, and they're having a hard time. So whatever you can do to get your kids writing in whatever way, I deeply encourage it, right? When I founded WRiTE Books, it was to develop a disguised learning program that would make kids want to write, right? They get these illustrated children's books with no words, they write their own stories, and then we publish them, right? I wanted to show you a really short little video. It's just 1 minute long of the power of after school. What you do is you build communities, you give kids a voice, you help them find self-esteem that just isn't often, the time that teachers need to do that kind of thing just isn't afforded them often during the school day, and we all know why, right? And to me, after school education, when Heidi said I'm like the cheerleader, guys, really, truly, I took my entire company from the path it was on and went, after school. It's our focus. It's, I think, where the change is happening on the planet. You are all like angels and light bearers. I bow down to you. Can I do that? Don't look. I'm going to cover this. I bow down. I double-sticked it. Come on. So I just want to show you a 1 minute teeny little video so that you can see the effect of a self-esteem building experience, which is what you do every day, in the poorest county in California. Please enjoy it. Let's watch the video. Sexy guys in the back.
It was just an emotional event for all of us. To see him come out of his shell over something that he wasn't interested in 2 years ago, reading and writing, was an amazing event for me as a mom. And I'm so proud of him. I can't believe he stood up and read his book in front of people. This whole process has just brought bravery and confidence out of him. And it's something that as a mom that you want and you can't make happen. They have to make it happen themselves.
Bella, I'm so proud of you. And it makes me want to cry because I didn't know you were a story writer. And I love you.
You made me cry, Grandma.
She's very emotional.
I am a right brain author. I am a right brain author. I am a right brain author.
I am a right brain author.
I am a right brain author.
Oh, I've seen that video, I don't know, 2,500 times. It makes me cry every time. I have no problem embarrassing myself, shaming myself, being totally upfront and honest for all of you after-school providers. It is not okay. It is not okay that any one of you is ever going to wonder where you're going to go the next day to do what you do, or that your kids are going to wonder where you go to do what they do the next day. And one big round of applause to NAA for providing all that you need at this conference so you can take it back and keep it alive. I want to introduce a team from a program here in Texas, in Talent County. Clayton, yes? Woo! Last year at NAA, I might have busted out a little rap song I wrote about after school because I have this like secret fantasy of being a rapper, which we're not going to talk about anymore ever again. Now that I'm 47, what? Oh, yeah, I'm doing it. So here at the conference, Clayton Yes is providing sessions. You can check it in your program. And kids from Clayton Yes who have written, have authored, and become published authors of original children's books are going to be in the WRiTE booth in the exhibit hall tomorrow sharing their stories and talking about what it was like to be published authors. And now I don't know, we might rock it out, and we're going to ask you to stand up if you can and rock it out with us, because I don't know about you, but I love after school. Do you love after school? I love after school.
Love after school.
What? Oh, yeah, girl.
Pump it up. Yes. See this? Is this working? Are we good? Yeah. Wow! Kids K-12 are struggling every day. Sing with us. What you do is helping them pave the way. You're their second home. You make them feel known. With you, they're in the zone because you see, yeah, see. And they don't feel alone because you see, yeah, see. Singing, I love after school. Kids will get ahead and out of school time. I love after school. Students matter more than just test scores. Wow! Woo! Funding, will it come or will it go? Parents have 2 jobs they need to know. Sing it! Grants are not approved, then students are removed. This must be improved so others see, yeah, see. What your programs prove so others see, yeah, see. Singing, I love after school. Kids will get ahead and out of school time. I love after school. Students matter more than just their scores. Out of school time, more skip into place. Sing it. Where they can grow, no one's on their case. Wait for you all day. With you they want to stay. You educate through play because you're free, yeah, free. To give them what they need because you're free, yeah, free. Singing, we love after school. Kids will get ahead and out of school time. We love after school. Students matter more than just test scores. NAA is after school. Giving you support in out of school time. NAA Are we gonna save after school?
Yes.
We're gonna save after school. Yeah, we're gonna save after school.
What's up, little one? Are you gonna grow up to save after school? Scream, rock a stream. Woo!